Hello, cavers. For those of you who may not remember my voice, my name is Tony Kendzior. What you are about to experience is 68 pages of images and text that I've attempted to combine in a movie about the caving club at the University of Florida in Gainesville. This organization could be described as a gathering of misfits. As one of those misfits, it became the epicenter of my social life from when I arrived as a freshman in the fall of 1959 to my graduation in 1963. This project, which hopefully includes an audio track to which you are now listening, and dozens of photographs, is my best effort to document and record my memories of those 4 years. Unfortunately, too many of those shown are no longer with us, so I have a sense of urgency to move this project along as I may be next. I still have my caving hat, and along with hundreds of photographs, it has enjoyed a dark corner of the garage for over 50 years. When we weren't caving or in class, we were often together for meals and camaraderie. On weekends, we partied at someone's house or apartment. Music was supplied by a few of us who had talent, but our leader was clearly Jim Quigg, our faculty advisor. Here, the songs are sung by Oscar Brand, who passed away a few weeks ago at his home in New York. He was 96. I had reached out to him some months ago to get his permission to use his tracks on this movie project, and did speak with him. He deferred me to his publisher, with whom I did not speak. Jim Quigg, however, is alive and well in California, but unfortunately his lovely wife Joyce passed some years ago. My inclination is to dedicate this project to Jim. What do you think? We all had good days and bad days, but from my perspective they were mostly good days. Going to class was sometimes an afterthought. I was fortunate in that I had good friends who shared my values and helped me become a successful adult. The home-brewed beer probably helped also. Too many of the names and people seen here are no longer with us, no longer among the living. To the extent they are, and have a presence on social media, I've been able to find a few of you who are still upright and breathing. But this is a work in progress, so my hope is you will share this with any others out there whose lives touched ours along the way. Some of us were also talented when it came to passing gas. It's amazing to think that we were then measured by the sounds that we became known for. In the immortal words of someone and among all of us, barf!
All passengers will please refrain from flushing toilets while the train is in the station. Darling, I love you. We encourage constipation while the train is in the station. Moonlight always makes me think of you. If you wish to pass some water, kindly call the Pullman porter. He'll place a vessel in the vestibule. If the porter isn't here, try the platform in the rear. The one in front is likely to be cool. If the woman's room be taken, never feel the least forsaken. Never show a sign of sad defeat. Try the men's room across the hall, and if some man has had the call, he'll courteously relinquish you his seat. If these efforts all are vain, then simply break a window pane. This novel method's used by very few. We go strolling through the park, goosing statues in the dark. If Sherman's horse can take it, why can't you? There once was a poet from McNamater, whose mistress kept calling him amateur. She said, your technique is too rotten antique, and your rhythm's iambic pentameter. Aye, 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 aye. In China they do it for chili. So here comes another verse that's worse than the other verse. So waltz me around again, Willie. There once was a girl from St. Paul, wore a newspaper out to a ball. There came a great fire which burnt her attire, the front page sports section and all. Ay, 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 in China they do it for Chile. So here comes another verse that's worse than the other verse. Walls me around again, Willie. A hermit who lived in Belgrade kept a dead prostitute in his cave. Says he, I'll admit I'm a bit of a nit, but think of the money I save. Ay, 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 in China they do it for Chile. So here comes another verse that's worse than the other verse. Waltz me around again, Willie. There once was a maiden named Myrtle who amused herself with a sea turtle. And what was phenomenal, a swelling abdominal, revealed that the turtle was fertile. Ay, 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 in China they do it for Chile. So here comes another verse that's worse than the other verse. Waltz me around again, Willie. A newsboy in London named Grimes lured maids on to infamous crimes. I delivered, he'd boast, 2 globes in the post, and goodness knows how many times. Ay, 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 in China they do it for Chile. So here comes another verse that's worse than the other verse. Waltz me around again, Willie. A very coy maid of Siam remarked to her boyfriend to try him. To undress me, of course, you might have to use force, but the Lord knows you're stronger than I am. Ay, 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 in China they do it for Chile. So here comes another verse that's worse than the other verse. Waltz me around again, Willie. There's a maiden married at Chester. Her mother first cried, then she blessed her. She said, what a joy, he's a wonderful boy. I've had him myself down in Leicester. Ay, 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 in China they do it for Chile. So here comes another verse that's worse than the other verse. Waltz me around again, Willie. There once was a maitre d'hotel who said, my guests can all go to hell. What they do to my wife is the bane of my life. The worst is they do it so well. Ay, 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 in China they do it for Chile. But we haven't another verse that's worse than the other verse. So waltz me around again, Willie.
The four-letter words that never say quite what you mean. We'd rather be known for our hypocrite ways than as vulgar, impure, and obscene. When nature is calling, plain speaking is out. When ladies, Lord love 'em, are milling about. So you may wee-wee, make water, or green up the grass. You may powder your nose, even Johnny may pass. Shake the dew off the lily, see a man bout a dog. Or when everyone's soused, try condensing the fog. But please to remember, if you would know bliss, that only in Shakespeare do characters four-letter words, the four-letter words that never say quite what you mean. We'd rather be known for our hypocrite ways than as vulgar, impure, and obscene. Now a woman has bosoms, a bust or a breast, those lily-white swellings that bulge neath her vest. There are towers of ivory, sheaves of new wheat, in moments of passion, ripe apples to eat. You may speak of her nipples as fingers of fire, with hardly a question of raising her ire. But by Rabelais' beard she will throw several fits if you speak of them roundly as good, honest four-letter words, the four-letter words that never say quite what you mean. We'd rather be known for our hypocrite ways than as vulgar, impure, and obscene. Though a lady oppose your advance, she'll be kind, just as long as you intimate what's on your mind. You may tell her you're hungry, that you need to be swung. You may ask her to see how your etchings are hung. You may mention the ashes that need to be hauled. Put a lid on the saucepan, even lay's not too bald. But the moment you're forthright, be ready to duck. For the girl isn't born yet, will stand for let's. Four-letter words, the four-letter words that never say quite what you mean. We'd rather be known for our hypocrite ways than as vulgar, impure, and obscene. So let's banish those words that Elizabeth used when she was Queen Virgin and itched on her throne. The modern maid's virtue is easily bruised on meeting the four-letter words all alone. Let your morals be loose as an alderman's vest. If your language be weaseling, vague and obscure, today not the act, but the word is the test of the vulgar, salacious, illegal, impure. The four-letter words, the four-letter words that never say quite what you mean. We'd rather be known for our hypocrite ways than as vulgar, impure, and obscene.
I've tried it once or twice, and I found it rather nice. Roll me over, lay me down, and do it again. Roll me over in the clover, roll me over, lay me down, and do it again. Now this is number one, and I'm buttering up her bun. Roll me over, lay me down, and do it again. Roll me over in the clover, roll me over, lay me down, and do it again. Now this is number two, down in front, I'm coming through. Roll me over, lay me down, and do it again. Roll me over in the clover, roll me over, lay me down, and do it again. Now this is number three, fancy friggin' fast and free. Roll me over, lay me down, and do it again. Roll me over in the clover, roll me over, lay me down, and do it again. Now this is number four, cut the notch, I'm keeping score. Roll me over, lay me down, and do it again. Roll me over in the clover, roll me over, lay me down, and do it again. Now this is number five, that's enough, I gotta drive. Roll me over, lay me down, and do it again. Roll me over in the clover, roll me over, lay me down, and do it again. Roll me over, lay me down, and do it again. My father makes book on the corner. My mother makes second-hand gin. My sister makes love for $1. My God, how the money rolls in. Rolls in, rolls in. My God, how the money rolls in. Rolls in, rolls in, rolls in. My God, how the money rolls in. My brother's a poor missionary. He saves calling women from sin. He'll save you a block for $5. My God, how the money rolls in. Rolls in, rolls in. My God, how the money rolls in. Rolls in, rolls in, rolls in. My God, how the money rolls in. Now my grandma sells cheap prophylactics. She punctures the head with a pin, 'cause grandpa gets rich from abortions. My God, how the money rolls in. Rolls in, rolls in. My God, how the money rolls in. Rolls in, rolls in, rolls
especially soft. He says that they'll come in real handy if ever his business falls off.